What's up guys, welcome to Veldora-kun. From our previous episode, we have witnessed the arrival of Ruminas and the end of 7 Celestials. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, I will put the link in the description below. Just a quick warning, these videos contain spoilers from the light novel. I also want to share to you my YouTube membership, Veldora's Loyal Knights. For more details, just click the join button below. Also, don't forget to join our Discord community, Veldora-kun Subordinates. The link is in the description below. See you there. So now in this video we will review what happened next, which is the real identity of the last Celestial and Rimuru's agreement with Holy Empire. But before we will proceed, please like, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Now without further ado, let's proceed with the video. The Master of Sun continued to play the role as a devoted believer. Some of them desires Rumina's love. So as long as he invoked jealousy among the other members, they would dance to the tune of the Master of Sun. The Master of Fire has disguised himself as the Holy Knight Gerald and on his way to assassinate Hinata. Everything has been perfectly planned out. The Dragon Buster sword gifted to Hinata was equipped with a device that can cause self-destruct at any time. Combining the attack of Demon Lord Rimuru and the destruction of the Holy Sword, Hinata would most definitely be defeated. But Hinata didn't use it and even worse, prevailed in her duel with the Demon Lord. Now, Gran decided to change plans upon finding out and then planned to eliminate all the witnesses in the name of the 7 Celestials to appease Demon Lord Rimuru. They would change their plans to get on the good side of Rimuru. But more problems kept arising. The demon in the Nedler's territory within Pharma's kingdom proved to be much stronger and powerful beyond measure. When Gran heard the report sent back by the Master of Earth, he immediately sent the Master of Water and Master of Wood as backup. The witnesses needed to be eliminated and the crime had to be pinned on the demon. Framing everything as a divine punishment, then the actions of 7 celestial sages would be justified. In other words, they would hold the demon accountable for his reckless actions instead of holding Demon Lord Rimuru responsible. That's the direction they planned to head towards. Gran believed the plan would no doubt be successful with such reasoning. If there was any loose end to it, it would be that demon Diablo, who is absurdly powerful. But with the aid of his colleagues, the Master of Sun has no doubt that they will emerge victorious. Yet his colleagues still have not returned. He complained unconsciously, what have those guys been up to? There shouldn't be anyone present to respond to him, and yet he heard someone respond back. Whatever is the matter? You look very peeved about something. Gran is surprised and asked, why are you here? The uninvited guest is Hinata's trusted subordinate, Cardinal Nicholas Spurtus. Nicholas responds, well, I found something very interesting. And Master of Sun replied, you found something? And Nicholas confirms, indeed. Here it is. Nicholas took out the crystal ball containing the memos from Rimuru. Gran is confused, how is that interesting? Nicholas explains, I've found evidence that someone has tampered with it. Gran looks towards the crystal ball and the deleted content suddenly reappeared, showing the real message. Gran is disturbed and Nicholas continued, I have to say that I don't care very much about what your objectives are. Whether you want to be pets of God Ruminas or you wish to manipulate the power of God. And Gran denies, what are you saying? God is a concept that lives in people's heart. Where Nicholas said, don't try to trick me. I realized a long time ago that God Ruminas indeed exists. Lady Hinata kept it a secret, so I simply followed her lead. Apart from that, I have no interest on the matter. Gran opened his eyes wide, yet Nicholas looks back at the Master of Sun with his face of wisdom. Master of Sun was about to say something, yet Nicholas wouldn't allow him to finish. Nicholas said, go to hell, you old crooks. Disintegration. The frame of his shocked face is printed as the Master of Sun is devoured by light particles and annihilated. Nicholas leaves his last words before he left, foul pest. You thought I'd let you do harm to Lady Hinata? Cardinal Nicholas Spurtus is Hinata's trusted subordinate and her fanatic follower. And to him, all this religion was another way for him to stay connected to her. Nicholas is a heretic. He stands at the top position of the Pope's ministry, yet he does not believe in God. His faith was directed toward no god at all, but a single mortal woman, Hinata. Somewhere, there's someone sitting in front of the heat that keeps the room warm. Sitting on a thick and soft chair, Granbell Rosso is meditating. He mumbles to himself, "Nicholas, curse you." He opened his eyes and the blinding light of disintegration is still imprinted in his mind. Indeed, the true identity of Granbell Rosso is the head of 7 celestial sages, master of Sun Gran. Granbell possesses the ability to separate his astral body in order to possess others. His heart is filled with anger now that his recently renewed body has been destroyed by Nicholas. This furthers Granbell's anger, and he concludes that it is time to withdraw now. He sensed that Glenda was approaching the mansion as well. Glenda bashes into the room and starts shouting upon seeing him, "Granbell-sama, we couldn't do it. I can't handle that insane monster that showed up." He can clearly see Glenda's exhaustion and asked, "What about the other 3 martial sages? If you 3 all move in together?" And Glenda interrupted, "No way, our enemy isn't that weak. I have a keen sense to the aura of death on the battlefield. I realized this was all trouble for me, so I pushed the battle on Sayre's shoulders and ran off. The enemy could rival Demon Lord, no, he was probably even stronger." Granbell thinks that Glenda is overreacting with her testimonies. Granbell tries to detect the presence of other 7 celestials, yet he is not receiving any reaction. Granbell had a shocking realization, but it was the incontrovertible truth. A few days later, a report was sent back to Granbell with regards to the defeat of King Edward. The reporters from all over the nations were safe and sound, reporting their headlines far and wide. There were even rumors from Bloomond that Tempest Federation is planning to host a grand celebration. Putting all these reports together, Granbell finally concludes his operation to be a failure. Including himself, the 7 celestial sages have been completely annihilated. Later, his beloved Mariabell also made a prediction: "It's dangerous. Too dangerous, indeed. That town is very dangerous." Not knowing what she meant, Granbell asked, "What do you mean, that the angels are attacking?" Mariabell responds, "No, that's not the case, Grandpa. That demon lord seeks to rule the world through economic policy. Yet that is also the plan that Granbell has been working on, which is the manipulation of human world through economy." Granbell cannot believe it. How could this be? And Mariabell said to him, "It's true. It's really going to happen. That's why we have to defeat him before that." Mariabell wouldn't lie. After all, Mariabell is from Granbell's direct lineage. Granbell said, "It will. Next time, for sure it will happen. I shall gamble on my name," Mariabell agreed. Mariabell is also a reincarnated one. Having possessed extraordinary power and knowledge from the otherworld, she is the hope of the Rosso. The family would never be defeated as long as she lived. Back to Jura Tempest, even when it didn't exactly come easy, Rimuru was able to reach a peaceful resolution with Ruminas. He was also able to resolve the misunderstanding between him and Hinata. They promised him that they will announce to the world under the name of Western Saints Church that Tempest are harmless monsters. And the previous conflicts have been due to challenges in communication. For the time being, they have agreed to sign a treaty of non-aggression and have reached common ground to permit each other's actions. But someone has caused other trouble, which would be accounted for as a separate case. Rimuru is very firm that the problem with that person has nothing to do with his country. Rumina seemed unpleased, but she had to agree after Rimuru promised to not intervene with anything related to the treatment of that person. Even when something happens with Veldora, it wouldn't be a problem. Since he had the ultimate skill, Storm King Veldora. Rimuru sacrificed Veldora to quell Rumina's rage. Rimuru even heard someone saying, "Nah, are you abandoning me?" Thus, with a small sacrifice on Rimuru's part, they had regained peace. He's not sure what happened in between to have things come to this point, but Yam's seat as king has also been settled. Now all they have to do is to wait for inauguration. With all that being said, their problems have been resolved altogether. And from that day forward, they were formally accepted by the Western nations. And that's it for my video. Now, it's shout-out time. Welcome to the new members of Veldora's Loyal Knights. Thank you Nace. Thank you Hnel Cavitana. Thank you Legatus. Thank you Arun Thomas. Thank you UGVM. Thank you Naveen. And lastly, thank you Akash Nil. I also want to thank my beloved existing loyal knights. Next, I want to give a shout out to my Discord boosters. Thank you for boosting the server twice. And thank you to the following for boosting the server. Thank you so much everyone. See you on my next upload.